Are you overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information and the constant pressure to produce content that truly resonates? In today's fast-moving digital world, it's harder than ever to cut through the noise. Teams spend more time tracking trends and switching tools than actually creating. But what if artificial intelligence could transform the way we tell stories? Content Lab is a demo built with MongoDB and generative AI to explore how it can facilitate content creation. With a flexible AI-powered infrastructure, Content Lab streamlines editorial workflows, delivers real-time insights, and helps you focus on what really matters: great storytelling.
Let's understand the problem on a deeper level. Content teams everywhere are battling against constant pressure to create engaging, timely content. But hitting creative blocks or losing time by switching between multiple disconnected tools isn't just frustrating. It can cost your business valuable opportunities. In fact, 16% of marketers say generating new content ideas is their biggest challenge. This inefficiency means slower content production, missed trending topics, and lost audiences. Typically, editorial teams juggle numerous tools such as research apps, drafting editors, and social media trackers, which leads to, first, app overload, where there is constant switching between platforms, which leads to slower workflows. Secondly, repeatedly restarting tasks breaks the creative momentum and leads to a loss of context. And finally, missing the crucial time window to stay relevant leads to delayed publications. And every delay not only impacts your team's productivity, but directly affects your audience engagement and revenue potential. In a fast-paced media landscape, speed is everything. Readers expect real-time updates, and that means editorial teams need to move quickly from information discovery to publishing quality content. But in reality, this process is fragmented, as we explained previously. What should ideally be a 2-hour process can easily stretch into multiple days of work, causing teams to miss critical news window. This manual workflow of gathering sources and relevant topics needs to be automated and enhanced. This delay doesn't just cost time, it costs reach, relevance, and ultimately revenue for the companies.
What do we offer as a solution for these challenges? We developed Content Lab powered by MongoDB, offering a research engine, live trending insights, and built-in AI assistance. The research engine provides all of your trend spotting, research, and topic ideas in a single interface. Live Trends Insights offers real-time feeds of breaking news and social media to keep you ahead of the curve. Finally, our built-in AI assistance provides persona-specific suggestions, smart rewrites, and style guidance without ever leaving the editor. And with these features, Content Lab acts as an end-to-end platform where you can go from ideation to publication seamlessly. Let's dive straight into a demo and see Content Lab in action. All right, on this page, we can check the 3 profiles that we can choose from, where each one has a specific persona. For instance, LER is an emoji-packed Gen Z hot take pro, Marquez is a polished academic expert, and Miss Casey is a friendly, data-driven storyteller. For our demo, I'll choose LER, and then I'll explain how this impacts the experience. We can see all of the trending data that we use. For instance, in trending news and insights, we can check its content, which is a post by Spotify. We can check the publication date, which is very recent. We can check also the source link to see it's from a credible source or not, and engagement stats, such as visits, shares, and comments. Down below, we essentially see the same data, but this is simply from Reddit posts, where it also has the publication date and engagement stats. Now, if you go to Discover Trending Stories, this is where we'll see our actual content. Okay, on this page, we can check all of the trending topics that we generate on a daily basis from the data shown before. So for instance, we got technology cards, we got health cards, we got sports cards, politics, science, etc. Now, let's imagine you're an ITDM that wants to write about the latest tech news. We can just go to this section and simply choose the one we like the most. Now, let's suppose you didn't really find a topic that you want to write about, so we can just go to the search bar and filter by whatever category we want to. So let's just filter by technology and search for something trending such as Microsoft. This is processed in real time rather than pre-computed. So now that we got the results, we can see that we got 3 results, which are all Microsoft related. And we can just choose whatever topic we want to and click Start Drafting. Alright, here we have the draft with the topic chosen. So for instance, we got the left panel, which is your article information, such as article title, the category, and some keywords. And also a what not to miss panel, which basically fetches related articles from your topic. So since our thing is from Xbox Cloud Gaming, we'll get some articles related to that, such as Microsoft hints at more affordable prices, NVIDIA, Xbox Cloud Gaming, etc. Now in the middle, we get the main rich text editor, will later perform all of your writings. And on the right-hand side, the writing assistant, which has 3 built-in tools. For the first tool, we have Draft, which basically gives you a general outline of the topic. So if you ask it for give us an outline, it'll take the topic as context and just give you a general structure for you to have like a guide. Now we can just read over it if you want to and click apply draft. So now, as you can see, it gave us an opening hook, it gave us an introduction, some key points, and some conclusions. So now, if you remember from before, we have a profile. So Heliar, in our case, has a casual emoji-friendly tone, has some writing styles such as short, punchy sentences, uses memes, TikTok lingo, etc. And the Refine tool basically takes the draft content and the profile and like rewrites it in a way where it's tailored to you. So if we ask it to refine this draft, it'll give us the same type of response, and we can read over it and apply draft. Alright, so as you can see, it has some emojis, it has some TikTok links, so we can just apply draft. And as you can tell, it basically rewrites it so it's tailored to your persona. When you're done iterating over your draft, we can simply save the draft and come back to it later. So if you go to the My Drafts page, it'll show all of your current drafts that you can keep working on. So for the demo, we'll just open it back again. Now, if you're done with your draft, we can actually publish it, which it'll go to the IC Media platform. So we can click Publish Draft, and here it is on the IC Media platform, which is another main MongoDB media industry platform. All right, so this is the end of the demo, and basically this showcases like a complete flow from ideation to publication in a very easy way. You've just seen Content Lab streamline your content workflow. Let's talk about the magic behind it. And what if your team didn't just scrape content, but had a brain that understood what's trending, filtered the noise, and surfaced what matters in real time? That's the power of our microservices with MongoDB at its core. Let's dive into how we used MongoDB to solve those pain points we discussed earlier. Here, we're looking at why we chose a microservices architecture for Content Lab, and why it's particularly well-suited for MongoDB. Each core capability operates as its own small, independent service. This approach gives us significant advantages. We can develop, deploy, and test each service independently, which aligns perfectly with MongoDB's flexible schema. Each service can evolve its data model without impacting others, enabling faster iterations. This also allows us to select the most suitable tech stack for each specific service, and also makes it easier to find faults because it isolates them. Alright, let's talk about how this whole system works. On the front end, we've built a Next.js application. We've also designed the backend as microservice as previously mentioned, and they're the ones doing all the heavy lifting to make sure the interactions run smoothly. And where do these microservices keep all the valuable information? That's where MongoDB Atlas comes in. It's our go-to for secure and reliable data storage and retrieval. We're also making the most of the MongoDB Atlas powerful features like Atlas Vector Search and aggregation pipelines. These are key for doing some really advanced processing of our data, helping us unlock deeper insights. We've also integrated with some powerful external services. For all of our generative AI needs, we're using AWS Bedrock and Anthropic Claude models, as well as Reddit API and use API for our raw data.
Our content analysis microservice pulls and processes data from News API and Reddit and stores this information directly in MongoDB. This workflow operates through a scheduled pipeline that feeds MongoDB collections, which is where the real magic happens. MongoDB stores our raw and processed data. We run aggregation pipelines on the information we scraped, which is the news and Reddit, combining sources, enriching content, and preparing it for smart querying. MongoDB Atlas supports native vector search. It enables our users' query, which is turned into an embedding to be compared with stored embeddings using cosine similarity. That's how we retrieve the most semantically relevant results. Thanks to Atlas, we are not exporting data to other systems. All processing, querying, and similarity matching happens within MongoDB. This reduces latency, boosts scalability, and in the end simplifies the architecture a lot. We improve our final suggestions with LLMs like Claude via AWS Bedrock, making the results not only relevant but contextually valuable for editors or users. And all of this is triggered and updated via a scheduler ensuring fresh and insightful content is available every morning. MongoDB's flexible document model perfectly handles diverse and dynamic data, whether it is processing news articles or social media posts or user-generated drafts. MongoDB adapts effortlessly to no complicated schema migrations which is required. On the right, we see the actual data model we are using, and each of them here represents a collection in MongoDB. The first one, user profiles, holds the user information along with their writing styles, which is essential for providing a personalized service. And then we have the news collection, which stores news articles and also includes their respective embeddings, which is needed for semantic understanding. Then we have the Reddit post, which contains both the Reddit posts, their comments, and it's enriched with their embeddings for natural language processing tasks. Then we have the draft collection, where we store documents which the users are currently editing. And then finally, we have the suggestions collection, which holds our final generated topic suggestions, helping users find new writing directions or content ideas. We use MongoDB's powerful tools to bring smarter, faster content creation directly to you. MongoDB's aggregation pipelines processes and transform complex data swiftly. Atlas Vector Search goes beyond keyword matching, using semantic embeddings to deliver relevant, timely content suggestions. This means that when you search for new content ideas, Content Lab understands trends, concepts, and context, not just literal words, saving your team valuable time.
Imagine your content team moving from idea to publication seamlessly, fueled by real-time insights, powerful AI assistance, and the robust scalability of MongoDB.